with Elegance Cricket and interviewing you. We want to talk a little bit more about the women's game and make perhaps the barriers in the women's game. And it leads me on to next question is, what do you think the stereotypes males think of when they think of women's cricket?
Well, a lot of the males I don't think has ever watched women's cricket, so they probably remember girls playing in skirts or girls not being able to hit the ball very far or not being able to bowl it on the pitch. That's some of the things I know people think. But I think they don't think that girls can hit the ball, and that's definitely not the case. And there's just no or very little media coverage of the woman, and so most people don't see it, and they don't know the great players that are out there and how the women's game is growing, and some of the quality of the players and the skill set is definitely developing, and the potential for it to get close to where the men's game is at.
Yeah, I guess the way Elegance Cricket looks at women's cricket in terms of a developing game, it's like cricket the way it was played back in, I guess, the 70s and the 80s, where there was a lot of playing shots through the V, and there was less trying to clear the boundary and just slogging with the introduction of T20 and stuff like that. And the IPL men's cricket has changed a lot, and people are just smashing the ball to all ends of the park. So I guess women's cricket is more like a traditional game, like it was used to. I guess the other thing as well is women's cricket is still growing in New Zealand, and we still struggle to get information about the women's game. Can you tell us a little bit more about the women's game in particular?
I think you're definitely onto it there. It's hard to find any information about when and where the women are playing, and I think that's one of the downfalls to getting more people along. Like, it's really hard to see, schedules for games, and there's not a lot of publicity and media coverage to get people along to those games. Like, even the White Ferns going to India, there's been nothing in the papers or on TV or anything like that, so people wouldn't even know it was happening. So it makes it hard for people to follow, and for us to get fans and supporters of the women's game. But that would be the biggest thing. It's not, most people don't know when it's on, and last year I told all my kids at school that I was playing, and I had a whole tribe of them turn up, and they loved coming along, but they wouldn't have come if they didn't know, and there was nowhere else they could find that out.
Just on that, in terms of the exposure, obviously the Women's Big Bash type T20 type competition is due to be played in Australia. Do you think that's going to have a good effect on the women's game internationally?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a really exciting opportunity for players around the world to play in a really high level of cricket, and hopefully play in front of crowds and not empty stadiums. I think that'll be a really wicked experience. It'll be something that people want to be a part of, so that's got to only lift the intensity and trainings and motivation. I also think that hopefully it'll bring more girls into the game, because they'll see those games on TV and be like, yeah, I want to do that, I want to be like that person and play that. So I think it'll grow the game, and hopefully we get more girls and more mums and women along to games to watch and support.
I guess lastly, we want to thank you a lot, and we're really stoked to be supporting you with Elegance Cricket, and our whole drive for Elegance Cricket is to get more exposure for women's cricket, and to make equipment that's more suited to the women's body shape and the women's game. And I guess this trip going to India is going to be something really special for yourself. Is there anything you're really looking forward to touring with the White Ferns in India in particular?
I've been to India once before, so I am excited to go back there. We're going to a different place that I've been to before, which is Bangalore. I am excited to go. It's an incredible place to tour, and it really, you just learn so much there, and it's such an interesting place. I'm also really excited to test my game out at the next level. I've been working really hard over the last few years, and while I've been out of the team, and I just feel like I'm ready to compete, and I want to see how my game stacks up against the best, and that's what I'm most excited about. Having the next challenge is being able to compete at the next level and dominate, I guess, for me.
Fantastic. Well, lastly, thanks very much for giving us some time in your lunch break at your day job, which is obviously being a fantastic intermediate school teacher, and all the best in India and playing for the White Ferns, and look forward to speaking with you sometime soon.
Well, thank you very much.